The divine schematic poses a logical paradox. How can an omnipotent creator suffer despair, sweat blood, and beg for help? Splitting God into subpersons breaks the design of reality. The observable universe and human beings operate as unified entities, not committee structures. God is divine order, and his manifestation must follow his own structural design, leading to a unified entity. The human blueprint is a meeting point of spirit and matter, defined by an inner self, spiritual and observant, and an outer self, earthly and driven by sensory chaos. They are distinct and can be at war. Jehovah God adopted the exact human blueprint, entering the earthly layer without a separate sun from eternity. He adhered to his design, being conceived, born, and acquiring knowledge step by step. Raw divine essence is incompatible with a broken earthly realm. If God arrived in full glory, the intensity would instantly destroy the very negative forces he was trying to heal. The human shell acted as a biological voltage down-regulator. The earthly body of Jesus took in infinite power and down-regulated it to a safe, usable level, enabling God to tame the lowest levels of reality safely from the inside. Vulnerability was a tactical requirement, not a weakness. God voluntarily put on a finite outer mind to grant evil spirits access. Without mortal weakness, the hells cannot be subdued. The incarnation involved two operating states. The state of humiliation was conscious of mortal nature, experiencing despair and viewing God as other. The state of glorification was conscious of divine nature, experiencing omnipotence and viewing God as self or unified. A prayer is the mortal outer mind sending an SOS to the divine inner mind. It is not one God talking to another, but the finite outer layer aligning itself with the infinite core through genuine isolation and suffering. The crucible of the cross meant enduring to complete the circuit. The goal was to endure the absolute maximum output of negative forces until their power broke, not to avoid pain. The mechanics of glorification involved emptying out to fill up. Through trial, finite human nature was systematically laid aside and replaced with a divine human nature, purifying everything down to the very toes. The reciprocal union is when spirit and matter become one. The mortal layer is entirely transformed into the divine, resulting in a union that is full, complete, and reciprocal. God walked the exact path we must walk. We undergo a mini version of this process, enduring trials, emptying our lower egos, and inviting the divine to restructure our inner heavens and hells. When we suffer, we use the path he paved. The Holy Spirit is universal network accessibility. Before the incarnation, humanity was out of range. By making his human form divine, God created a permanent, universally accessible bridge. He meets us in the darkest places. The divine restructure involved descent, battle, and union. God adopted our psychological architecture and fought through the hells of the outer mind, not to appease a deity, but because it was the only safe way to rewire the universe from the inside out. He did it because he loves us.